I've had some really nice comments recently saying that I should try and speak a little bit about my chronic illness journey. Apparently, I articulate myself quite well, although if you saw the videos that came before this one, you wouldn't think that I articulated myself well. Um, so, because this is a relatively new direction for me to go in, I thought I'd start more with the personal experience rather than the medical side of it because I don't want to be steering anyone in the wrong direction. Um, so I thought I'd start with something which kind of sparked off the whole idea of doing this, which is that I was fortunate enough to be able to go out and hang out socially over the last couple of weeks. And obviously it's for me it's quite a rare thing to actually be able to go out and socialize, and a lot of energy and prep goes into that. It's not just being well enough to go out, and I think this is an experience that quite a lot of people who suffer with chronic long-term conditions also have to deal with. You go out and you look absolutely fine and everyone thinks that you're absolutely fine, and they don't realize everything else that has gone into it. So I thought that I would just go through what it's taken for me to make it out of the house, the last 2 weekends that I have made it out of the house. But I do want to stress that it is completely worth it. It's such a wonderful thing to actually be able to get out and socialize. But it's just to give people an idea, because I quite often get people going, oh, it's so great to see that you're feeling better, or oh, let's make plans. And it's like, no, I don't have the bandwidth to be able to do that. So just using the experience of the last couple of weeks, and this is me in a medium space with my health. Like, it's been a lot worse and it's also been a lot better. I had quite a nasty relapse at the beginning of the year, and I am still slowly coming out of that and building my strength out of that. So for the 2 nights out that I've had last weekend and this weekend, and to go out 2 weekends in a row is quite a lot. I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do both of them, but it has taken the whole week of resting before I go. And then 2 days before whatever the event is, I start getting ready. And that's all the little things, like maybe thinking about what I want to take with me, thinking about what I want to wear, making sure everything is left out so that it's as easy as possible for me to get ready on the day. Stuff like dyeing my hair, that will happen 3 days before. I've actually started crimping my hair because that means I don't have to wash it on the day that I'm going out, and that saves me a lot of energy there. Then on the day, I will wake up, that entire day will be taken up with getting ready for that thing in the evening. There's nothing else that can be fitted in the day, or not in the couple of days before either. Generally, the whole week leading up to it needs to be kept completely clear. And then I will spend the whole day getting ready. So I will get up, I will have my bath in the morning, I will rest, I will do whatever I need to do with my hair, I will rest. Like, that is how the whole day goes. A problem that I have is with eating. So even though I'm a lot better than I was with food, every time I eat, it makes me feel ill, and it certainly kicks off the pots, which can lead to me having pre-syncope or fainting, or just feeling nauseous and feeling really unwell. So I tend to fast on a day when I actually want to do something, and I will just eat in the evening when I get home, which isn't a good solution whatsoever, but otherwise I just wouldn't get to do anything at all. A problem that I'm finding now, when I was fasting all the time because I wasn't tolerating many foods well, my body was kind of used to it, which isn't a good thing, but I did actually seem to be able to do more without eating than now. Obviously, I'm very grateful. I was losing a dangerous amount of weight at that point. So now my body is more used to being fed and I'm more healthy, and that is an excellent thing. But it means on a day when I'm doing something and I have to fast, a problem that I've found the last few times that I've gone out is that I just run out of physical energy, not from an ME or an MCAS point of view, but just literally from having low blood sugar, and not having that energy that my body is used to having. So that makes me very cold, very weak, very foggy, very sleepy, and last weekend and this weekend when I went out, I ended up like going home. I was out for less than half the amount of time that the preparation for going out took. And then that evening, when I get in, I will have been overstimulated. Things like movement, excitement, various different exposures to things. In terms of MCAS, that will make my body release histamine, which acts like a stimulant. So I probably won't sleep the same day that I have had some kind of outing. It just won't happen. It will be the following morning when I finally get off to sleep. And then if I don't massively crash from that, it will take me the rest of the week to recover from that. So, you know, what looks like, oh, I'm getting better, I'm having nights out, I'm having a great time, I'm looking well, is actually like a fortnight's worth of preparation and recovery time afterwards, which is why I can't do it that often. I certainly couldn't do something every single weekend. I am absolutely over the moon that I have managed to do those things. Oh, the other thing for me to take into consideration as well is that it's actually really tiring getting my wheelchair out of the house and into a taxi and into town and then back again. Like you think, oh, you're just sitting in a wheelchair, you get to rest. But no, because I have to get it out of the house. I have to get it into the taxi. All of that is quite exhausting. I have to find a taxi that is wheelchair accessible. So it needs to be like a black cab. I have managed to get my wheelchair folded up into Ubers, but sometimes the drivers aren't happy about it, so that's more difficult. So all of that is quite exhausting. All of that has to come into my calculations of whether I can do something. Everything is calculated down to the last minute, and I know that this isn't an experience that only I go through in terms of going out, both in terms of how much energy it takes and both in terms of, you post a few pictures of you looking well and dressed up on Facebook, and everyone obviously assumes that you're doing well. But generally speaking, we don't post the pictures of us in the recovery mode or in the preparation mode when we're just lying around in our pajamas, trying to prepare or recover from. So anyway, I thought that that would be a good place to start, really, and then I'll think about what to talk about next. I hadn't really planned on doing this, but I had several people tell me last night that I should. So that's me doing it.